has to be my favorite of the musics.
I love this song. I just want to dance every time I hear it, and I just want to shake.
Good evening, everyone.
Not a big shake, just a mini shake.
Just getting ourselves online.
Happy Thursday.
Give us 1 second.
So funny, someone. I'll wait till TikTok's out. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'll wait till Nick is all set.
There we go. That's my favorite music.
It's a fun song. It's just fun. I don't know why. It just like, I was like, I can almost see myself, as weird as this sounds, falling asleep to it because it's so repetitive. Like it's like, and although you would hear the cycle where it starts again, because I hear it. It's right. It was right there. We were right at that cycle. So happy Thursday, everybody. It is Thursday night. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Jean-Luc and Nick. And as you know, I'm Jean-Luc.
And Nick.
And we have these lovely 20 people with us in Zoom right now, which is amazing, which is so much fun.
Tonight's all about quinoa.
It's all about quinoa. So we're going to get right into it because tonight's meal is actually pretty simple because you can plan like a couple days ahead to start making this meal. So first things first, let's talk about quinoa. I love quinoa. Nick loves quinoa. And we have some fun facts that maybe you guys didn't know. I searched it today and I'm going to some fun facts. So first things first, people, a lot of us think that quinoa is an actual grain, but it's actually not. It's a seed. Quinoa is an actual seed, and it has a lot of fiber. It is gluten-free. Quinoa is gluten-free, so that is really cool for all our people who are gluten-free or have celiacs, right? Yeah, they're gluten-free.
They're not gluten-free.
No, those people who are gluten-free is what I said.
I'm just...
You're laughing for what reason? See, the person on TikTok was right. We do hate each other.
No.
We don't hate each other. Some other cool things too. It is actually more related to beets and to spinach than it is to oats. Like but we all assume that it's like an oat, right? We think it's a grain, but it's not. It's quinoa. We think we are going to name our dog Quinoa potentially. If we ever get a dog, his name's going to be Quinoa. And then if we get her name, and if we get a second dog, it'll be Couscous. Yeah, it'll be Quinoa and Couscous will be running around. We've been thinking about this for a while.
We love those names.
Yeah, we love them. So what's cool about quinoa, it's full of protein, it's full of fiber, it has amino acids in it, essential amino acids, and just tons of other nutrients. So the thing is for us is we were big rice eaters for such a long time. We still are. Don't get us wrong.
Rice is
nothing wrong with rice, right?
But we wanted some variety and we wanted to add some other options. And so what we did when we first started is we went to the bulk barn and we actually basically got many grains. We got quinoa, we got freekeh.
Yeah, I don't ever pronounce it correct.
Freekeh. And there was something else that we got. We got a bunch of different things. Barley was one of them. So we basically tried all of them out. And the ones that left that we kept were barley and quinoa, because those are the ones that we love.
Yeah, those are the ones that we got accustomed to the texture and the flavors of it and how it worked. So, like we said, of course.
So one more thing too is that a lot of people out there say, "Oh, I hate quinoa. I made it once and I had it and it was so gross. It was like, blah, blah, blah." We get it. We understand your quinoa.
Our first attempt wasn't the best.
Our first attempt was the same because we started cooking it in the oven.
Yes, I was a very smart person. I said, if we can boil it on the stove, which is how we tried it the first time, and it was like goopy, messy porridge, and I don't like porridge, and I don't like oatmeal. I don't like that texture. I love oats, but not in the oatmeal form. So this was giving me that whole oatmeal. No.
So if you have the winter cookbook, if you go to page 56, that's where the oven-baked quinoa recipe is. And this is a recipe that Jean-Luc has always been using to make his quinoa. And we've had many people convert to eat quinoa.
Hey, Siri, stop my timer.
Because now all these people at home are like, you don't have a timer.
Eggs.
I know. So oven-baked quinoa. So like we said, we converted a lot of people. When we were at our Weight Watchers meeting back in the day, and we told people we were starting quinoa, we had a lot of people saying they didn't like it.
They didn't like it.
And then when we showed them how to do it this way, we've had a lot of people now start eating it with this recipe. It's delicious.
And the fun thing about it is that it's so versatile. Okay, quinoa is a replacement for rice for us. We use it in stir fries. We use it in soups. We use it we never use it as a pasta because it doesn't have that pasta texture.
No, that's barley.
That's barley. Yeah, we do that with barley.
Barley feels like
but
bits of pasta.
we use it in everything. Even when, like the other day, we had a chicken noodle soup. We had an envelope of chicken noodle soup, and we're like, let's just make it. We wanted something quick, and I added quinoa to it to add additional protein to the soup. So as the soup was boiling, the quinoa was cooking, and boom, it thickens up your soup as well, which I kind of like.
And we have cooked quinoa in the Instapot,
Yep.
but we find that when it's in Instapot, it's the same kind of texture as when you're actually doing it on the stove.
Exactly.
It's not as rice-like as it. So if you're looking for a consistency with your quinoa that's more rice-like, I would highly suggest baking it in the oven because that's how you get it to be like. Where's your? Oh,
I was going to show it after. Yeah. So let's get into how I make it, because the recipe's in there, but I'm going to tell you guys how I make it. So we buy ours at the bulk barn. Quinoa might be a little, I shouldn't say it's different, but we've had one from Costco years ago that a friend of ours from WW said, I bought quinoa and I didn't like it. And it had a huge maple flag on, like a Canadian flag, a maple leaf on it. And so I was like, give it to me. I'll figure it out. I couldn't figure that one out. I baked it. I Instapotted it. It did not work for me. But the quinoa from the PC brand has always worked for us. The quinoa from Bulk Barn has always worked for us. We've never had any issue with those. And this is how I store it. We store it in our containers. How I cook it like rice. It's like a rice to water ratio. So quinoa to radio ratio. Huh?
The back one's on.
Yeah, I need that off. I don't need this on at all right now. The back one was on for the eggs. And I just to move the eggs and came back. So sorry, it's the same ratio as you would do rice to water. So 2 to 1, right? So if you're cooking a cup of raw rice, you use 2 cups of water, and same with quinoa. However, I'm gonna say this: I usually add it's more of a heaping cup. It's not a leveled cup, just because I prefer my quinoa to be drier in a sense. So the little bit more quinoa that you add makes it a bit drier, and it creates this beautiful consistency, which I love right here.
So you can see
you can see it's loose.
It's loose, right? You see it's not
It doesn't clump together. There's a few clumps, of course, naturally, and I'm going to open it now for you to actually see it. And so as you can see, look at how loose that is. And it was like that as soon as I took it out of the oven. So how do I cook it? What do I cook it in? If you have one of these clay pots, these are the best ones. Ceramic pot. Yeah. The ceramic pot. It's stoneware. It's just a stoneware. Any type of stoneware. No broiler. You can't, like, this one is microwave safe. My mom gave me these years ago, and I love them. I have a medium one. This is the small one, and then there's a big one. This makes I only made a cup of quinoa, so a little bit over my cup of quinoa in this, and it's perfect. It comes up right to the top. So how I do that, instead of just cooking it in water, that's what makes it boring. I cook my quinoa in broth. So I use the 3 cups of broth to 1 cup of quinoa, right? There's the 2 cups of broth to 1 cup of quinoa. And then I add spices to it. I open my cupboard, and if I want my quinoa to be more of a Mexican flavor, I add taco spices. If I want a neutral flavor, then I just add it to make it flavorful. I might add some liquid smoke to it. Garlic powder, onion salt, onion powder, any other spices that you like, but make it your own flavor.
Yeah.
But I like making it neutral, so that way when I use it as a side or I use it as something else, I can then add more flavor. And don't be shy to add spices to this. And when I say spices, I don't mean hot spicy. I mean just flavor. Because what happens is that liquid gets absorbed into the quinoa,
and that's what gets your flavor.
And it is flavorful, but it's not like it's an extreme flavor. And I've sometimes overspiced it, and it's never felt that spicy. Like, it never, ever has. I mean, if you're gonna put like chili peppers in there, naturally it's gonna get spicy on you. But I'm just talking about garlic and things like that. Okay, there is a myth. Well, I shouldn't say a myth. I read, and everyone's like, "You don't rinse your quinoa. You don't rinse your quinoa." I've never rinsed my quinoa. Never. They say if you rinse your quinoa, it removes a bitter taste, but we've never felt that bitter taste because I season it.
Yeah.
So really, by seasoning it, I've never had an issue before either.
If you want to rinse yours,
but feel free.
Right ahead.
Feel free if that's something that you do and you want to rinse yours, you have no issues. So put all your spices, stir it. Don't just let the spices lay on top. Stir it. Put your lid on it. Your pot should have a lid on it. Or you can, if you have one that doesn't have foil, will work as well, but you have to make sure the foil is sealed tight around the actual pot, because you don't want the steam to escape, because that's how it's going to cook, right? Put it in your oven at 400 degrees for, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes. You can even go a little bit longer, maybe about 30 if you want, but 15, 20 minutes is usually good. In between, stir it. Go in and stir it.
And then after another 30
And then
minutes.
it's 15, 20 minutes to stir, and then put it back in for another 30 minutes. That's why when I saw that, well, because I saw that, I was like,
That's right there.
I was like, did I do that wrong? But no, yeah, 15, 20 minutes, stir it, and then put it back in for 30.
I even had it open for him.
Yeah, and you're even a jerk right now.
I'm allowed to be.
So once you put it back in, let it cook with the lid, and then take it out. And honestly, it is fluffy as can be. And it is just, we enjoy it. We love it a lot.
Yeah. We use it for many various recipes. So sometimes when we're having like butter chicken, like we showed you guys last week, instead of using rice, we'll use quinoa instead. Sometimes we'll make chicken fried quinoa, so chicken fried rice, but using quinoa instead. So when we're making our Asian style dinners, so it's a way for us. So some days when we still love rice, we still eat rice. Like, it's not gone from our lives. What we're trying to tell you is that, one of the things that we've learned is to try to moderate, right? So by adding quinoa in your rotation, adding tofu in your rotation, doesn't mean that you're a vegan or vegetarian or you're whatever. It just means that you're adding a different variety to your diet, which helps your stomach overall. Because again, eating the same thing all the time, your stomach kind of gets
sick. And you get bored. Yeah. You get bored with it. So as far as brands, again, we usually use only the Bulk Barn, or we've done PC brand before. We've never gone back to the Costco brand after we've had issues using it. And I'm not sure if they still sell it or not. This was years ago, absolutely years ago. And as far as spraying,
I don't see a lot of people drinking water.
I don't either. But as far as spraying, no, I never, ever spray this. Never. And it does look like it burns, like it will look burnt around the edges.
It's not.
As soon as it cools down, it basically rubs right off. Yeah. And I wash this, and it comes clean as clean can be.
Yeah.
I never have an issue with this, and I've used this a lot for quinoa.
So one of our favorite things with quinoa, though, is quinoa bowls. And that's why tonight we're actually going to show you guys why we do this. So quinoa bowls, we started making these years ago.
Because of
Freshie. So at Freshie, you can actually go get the kind of same thing. You can get your own vegetables. You can get quinoa, or you can get rice or whatever. So when we started eating that, we were like, how can we make that at home? Because, we can't eat at Freshie every night. So that's what we did. We started making some different quinoa bowls, and you can really make it any variety you want.
It could be a taco quinoa bowl. It could be just a chicken quinoa bowl. It could be like, we're going to show you all the veggies that we put in it and why we like making it, because this is a great meal to have on a Thursday or Friday night after you've made different types of vegetables that you might have leftovers from.
If you have a summer cookbook, go to page 3132. That's where the quinoa bowl recipe is. So if you have the book and you want to follow along, and again, you'll see the recipe is very generic, and we have a bunch of options listed there. But again, if you don't like mushrooms like me, don't put them in.
Yeah.
If you don't like zucchini like me, I'll put them in.
You'll see.
Onions, kale.
Oh, I forgot to cut my onions. I haven't put any today.
Those things, well, they're on the recipe. They aren't going in my quinoa bowl, people.
You'll see what we put in Nick's quinoa bowl, honestly. And the thing is what's fun about it is you're eating the rainbow when you have a quinoa bowl, right? So if you're someone who likes a lot of vegetables, then you can have a lot of vegetables. I'm cooking right now the chicken in a frying pan. I cut my chicken extremely into small pieces. I have 2 breasts here. I'm not using it all in our meal tonight because we're adding eggs to it. We have a lot of protein, but this is the protein that additional protein that I'm adding. Look how thinly I sliced it. I sliced it super, super thin, small pieces, so that way it cooks faster, right? It cooks a lot faster than waiting for a breast and then having to slice it afterwards. And I kind of like that every single piece of chicken gets a little bit of like those grill marks, or that frying pan cook. So I'm gonna get this cooking. I have this cooking in my olive oil that I use now. This is the only one I really use now. It's the Harvest garlic oil drizzle from Sunset Gourmet. Like, Honestly, I drizzle this on my salad before I have put my dressing on it. I use this with everything now. It is so flippin' good. And even just, I open the cupboard and I smell it right away. It's insane.
What's crazy, everybody, is look what Jean was saying about the rainbow.
Look at the rainbow.
Look
He'll
how
show you guys.
colorful this is.
I don't think they can see.
Yeah, they can see down at the bottom.
Can they?
I can see it.
Okay.
Here you go, everybody. The colors of the rainbow. So you have lettuce. We got cauliflower.
Oh, that's not it either.
Whatever Jean-Luc likes to eat that I don't like to eat. So zucchini, tomatoes, pepper. I don't eat those things, but he does.
I do.
You wanted mushrooms.
I know they're not good anymore. I got rid of them.
Corn, of course. Oh, and
Corn.
water.
So the funny thing about it is, what's so cool about these quinoa bowls is these are all technically cold ingredients. Beets.
Ingredients.
Yes.
Carrot. Cucumber. Lynn won't be putting that one in. And edamame. So,
So I want to talk about the vegetables a little bit. So romaine lettuce for Nick, but look at what I'm going to be adding to mine. Raw kale mix. I like the crunch. This is not crunchy enough for me. If I just have that, I won't enjoy my salad as much. So I put a little bit of that and a lot of this, which is
none of that.
This is just the sweet kale. I do not use the dressing. I create my own, but I'm not going to lie. I do use this dressing. Look what I do. Can you stir that for me, hun? I've shown this to you before. I hate wasting. So I use the sunflower seeds that are in there, and I use that, but I use it in small pieces, small increments, and there's always leftover in my fridge. So it's not like I drown my salad in this dressing, because where do all the calories come from? The dressing. So sometimes these little packaged dressings are way too much for the actual amount of salad, and I don't like it when my salad is
We're not soggy salad.
I'm not a soggy salad person. I like my salad to be nice and crisp. I don't like it and I love you, Mom, but I'll never forget. And I always tell this story. My mom would always, when I'd work at a restaurant, she'd always leave a salad out for me if I would come home late.
Always complaining.
But she'd never put it in the fridge. And I'm like, Mom, just put the salad in the fridge. My salad has to be cold. I can't have I can have lasagna cold, but not my salad. My salad can't be cold.
Your salad can't be cold?
No, my salad has to be cold. Sorry. Has to be cold. So how's that coming along, honey?
That's cooking.
Excellent. Excellent. So let's get back to the veggies. This is broccoli and cauliflower. I actually cut it up into small pieces and flash steamed it. You can flash boil it, but I prefer doing that, especially when I'm having it in a salad or even as dip, because it's less hard to munch into. If you flash steam it, you still get that crunch.
Raw broccoli.
The thing you have to do, the thing you have to do is once it's steamed, take it out of your steamer or your water and put it into a cold bath of ice water right away. You want to stop the cooking process, because whenever you steam something, it continues to cook even though it's not in the microwave. If you leave the lid on it, that steam is still making it softer. So by putting it into cold water right away, nice and crunchy still, but not as hard as absolute raw broccoli. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm.
Whenever we do veggie trays, we actually often flash steam the.
Good way of doing it, if you don't have a steamer for your microwave, a hot pot of water on the stove, and literally, you know how your broccoli is semi-green when you have it? And as soon as you put it into the water, it turns that bright green. Take it out right away and put it in the ice water. As soon as it turns that bright green within seconds, you don't need it in there long, then put it on your veggie tray. You'll eat more broccoli. I'm telling you, he eats it that way. Because it doesn't have that raw, that fully raw. Yeah, exactly. Corn. So we have the corn. The beets raw, but if you want to boil your beets and then grate them afterwards, you can. But we've eaten raw beets for years now. When they're grated, easy to eat. I wouldn't sit there and cut a piece of beet raw and eat it like that. But grated, it's great garnish on a salad. You can even pickle your beets and then add pickle beets to this. This would be great. I would love this. Nick does it. That's why I add the raw beets. Carrots. So I was talking about veggies throughout the week. These are carrots that I made earlier this week for one of our dinners. And these carrots were roasted carrots in the oven. They have a bunch of spices and seasonings on them. They're cold now. So I cut them up. I had leftovers. I did this on purpose because I knew we were doing this. And I was like, I don't want grated carrots. I want a different texture. I want a different flavor to add to the bowl. So I made extra just to sprinkle on top of there. What's cool with the corn and the edamame, if you want to, you could technically warm up your quinoa for this and have everything else cold and then add this to there. But tonight we're gonna have just the warm chicken with all the cold toppings.
Yeah, you can
on
pick
top.
what you want to do. So, for example, if you're having lunch and you're on a rush, if you have all this stuff pre-cut in your fridge, you can just throw it all together. If your chicken's pre-cooked, you just throw it all together, put your dressing in, and have it. That's why it's a quick lunch when you need it. And so, even for dinner, so say for dinners you want to make it a little bit more fancier, you can still use the same base, but you can cook your quinoa now. You can swap the quinoa out also with rice. Same kind of feeling. You can change stuff like that. And yeah, these were actually frozen corn and
Yep.
frozen edamame
Yep.
that we put in a colander, put some water on top of it. Well, he did.
And then we put it in the fridge right afterwards. Like I thawed it through some cold water. Never thaw your veggies in warm water because then you're just technically boiling your veggies. Oh yeah, hi. You're technically boiling your veggies and you don't want that. So just put them through cold water and then put them in the fridge. Don't let them sit in the water either because then they're just going to get soggy, right? You don't want soggy frozen veggies. Another cool thing about this, you make your bowl and then you're like, I don't feel like eating in a bowl. You grab a wrap. These are new ones that I just found. We love the Casa Mendoza. Ole! We love these. But this is a new flavor. They're the Chipotle ones. I walked by and I was like, you could smell how good that's.
I love how
I know.
on cue we, no, I love how on cue we both sang that because we made that up.
We used to go around the grocery store and we'd be like,
Casa
Casa Mendoza, ole! So,
oh yeah, we're silly.
We're silly, but put it in a wrap. Like, honestly, it's a great way to eat it. And I'm not saying you have to eat your entire salad in the wrap, but if you put half of it in the wrap and then you eat the rest, boom, you're still getting that bread type feeling. So that's another option. You could probably put them in hard tacos as well. That would be interesting. That would be a cool way of eating
it.
To
answer your question, Melanie, yes. So after you put it back in the oven, after you've cooked it the first 15, 20 minutes, you've mixed it, you put the lid back on. You need the lid on it. If you don't, it'll just it won't steam it. It'll just
the top will get really dry, like too dry. Exactly. That's why you have to take it out at the 20-minute mark to stir it again because you don't want all the seasonings just to sit on top, right? So you stirred it once, but I'm going to tell you, those seasonings are going to rise to the top because they tend to. But once you go back in after it started cooking a little bit, the bottom is what cooks first. And as you're mixing it, that's actually flipping with whatever's left on top. And that's where your seasoning gets mixed in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have our bowls here.
Yippers.
So normally we start with the base of.
I'm going to make your dressing first.
Oh, I'm going to make the dressing first?
Yeah.
You want to start at the bottom and do the dressing after?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
We'll start. Perfect. And I'll get rid of all this after.
Yeah.
So the base first usually is the lettuce. So I'm going to put some lettuce. Do you want red or green?
Doesn't matter.
I'll take green.
I'm not picky.
So I'm just putting some green in my plate here.
He's the picky one. I'm not the picky one.
I know I am.
You can almost put anything in front of me. Almost. Those of you know, I don't do raisins.
Coconut.
Or coconut. But it's weird because coconut, I can do like coconut milk.
Let's go have a pina colada, honey.
No, that I can't do. I can't drink it. That's drinking suntan lotion. Like what? Who wants a cocktail that tastes like sunscreen?
Let's go have a stuffed pepper, green pepper, honey.
No, but it's a red pepper, yellow pepper. Yes.
I said green.
I know, but I said if it's yellow or red, yes.
Yeah, raisins.
Raisins are not my friends. So I love this mix, by the way, because it's so crunchy. You know what I looked for, but it wasn't there. They also have PC brand. I don't know if they have this in the US, but has a broccoli slaw. And Nick will eat the broccoli slaw because it's broccoli and cauliflower.
I love broccoli.
But because I couldn't find it, that's why I steamed some and then I bought this for myself.
I've shared this before. As a kid, I never understood it. I would watch TV and all the commercials, kids hated broccoli and needed cheese whiz on it or whatever. And I was like, I don't get it. I love broccoli, but yet they all love the mushroom soup. I didn't get it. Like in commercials, kids love mushroom soup. I was like, that's disgusting. But broccoli's okay.
So a little bit of a trick that I'm going to do for my slaw here is I'm going to grab some olive oil and I'm going to spray some olive oil on it, because what happens is your kale is really, really hard, right? So if you actually just massage some olive oil into it, it'll soften it. Oh, yes, please. Please, please, please. Oh, thank you. We should just do like a whole hour of Nick massaging me online. I think that would be fantastic, right? You could all, I would enjoy that. I don't know how much everybody else would, but just massage some oil into it. And then it's insane. Look at what that just did in such a short amount of time. If I'd pull it out, but it actually just softened the actual lettuce a little bit. The kale is not as hard as it was when I first pulled it out, which is insane. So I'm going to put that. I'm actually going to now add some romaine to mine as well. You can want more?
Yes.
Good. It's really funny. I when it comes to the romaine lettuce leaves, I prefer closer to the heart, the whiter part, and Nick doesn't care. But it's not. I don't like. I don't like the greeny part at the front as much.
Like I'm a cow when
I find I have a hard time chewing it. Perfect. So now, what we're gonna do is
like a cow.
I'm gonna grab a. Do you want a full cup or a half a cup?
Full cup.
Full cup.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Excellent. So I'm gonna put a full cup of quinoa. And this is what's kind of fun about this is you can make it as pretty as you want, or you could just make it. You don't have to do what we're doing right now. We're doing because we like the presentation. It's fun to make your food look good, right? But there's some days, I'm not gonna lie, when nobody's watching, there's days when my quinoa bowl goes in this, where it's dump everything in, mix it together, and it's not full, but I'm a mixer. So I like my dressing mixed in, and we'll talk about that in a bit. He likes his drizzled on top.
I like putting mine together.
So I put a cup of the quinoa. We haven't warmed it up. It's just as is. It smells delicious. I can smell it from here. I didn't put an exact full cup, but that's a lot of quinoa. So think of the protein that you're getting there.
Who's this? I'm green.
You're green. Yeah.
So then now you start picking your vegetables. So I'm having some broccoli and cauliflower.
I know this mixture, which is tomatoes, yellow peppers, and zucchini, is all mine. Nick is not having any of that. Cool thing. Did you guys see this? I don't know if everybody's seen this yet, but Nick doesn't like peppers, and I love yellow and red peppers. Those are my favorite, but I don't like buying big ones. I like the mini ones. They have now come out with seedless mini peppers. There's no seeds in them. They're fantastic. That's the one thing I hate about peppers is taking the seeds out. So I buy a bag of them, and now I have them in the fridge, and I've had them for a while now, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to finish the cucumber on mine. What's fun with this too, you see how Nick did his? He kept his all separate. And I know mine's going to get all mixed up together anyway, so I'm just pouring on top.
I like taking a bit of each and then moving it around. I don't know. It's just the way I eat my quinoa bowl.
Yeah. Do you want more carrots?
No, I'm good. Whatever I have is good now.
Okay.
The rest can go away.
Carrots. And then I want some beets on that as well. And then some corn.
Corn. Drink some water.
Corn.
Where's my water?
I don't know. I'm going to give you a little bit more corn. That I know you'll be okay with.
I didn't want those extra pieces of corn.
Too bad.
Now I'm going to get too full.
One thing I'm going to remind...
Just enough. Now you add 3 pieces of corn and I'm...
One thing I'm going to remind everybody. I'm just going to say it now because we sometimes forget. I'm one of them. When you eat...
Who forgets?
I said I'm one of them. I never said we sometimes forget. I wasn't talking about you. Stop taking it personally. Me. I'm the one that forgets. But after you eat beets, the next day, just remember you had beets. That's all I'm going to say. Right? Those who know, remember you had beets. Because I do remember one time I went to the washroom after and I was like, oh, what's wrong with me? And Nick's like, we had beets last night. I was like, oh, okay.
It was destroyed, hun.
Which one? Oh, really? It was.
It is not usable.
That's not fun. Oh, okay.
So I gave you a big.
That's okay. That's perfect. Yeah. We actually even boiled eggs because that's really cool to put on your in your quinoa bowl too, because the egg actually acts as like a creaminess, right? It turns into the yolk turns in creamy, and it creates that texture in your dressing if you want. And then I'm gonna add some edamame. And as you can see, you see, I still don't even have broccoli and cauliflower
and chicken.
and chicken. That's why I need my big bowl. The problem is I like too many vegetables. I want all of them. I don't want just one or two. Yes, we have an egg slicer. So I don't know if Nick showed it to you when he did it, but we bought ourselves an egg slicer. I don't know if it's on our Amazon shop though.
No, it wasn't. It was a long.
This was a long time ago, but I did buy it on Amazon. What's cool is it's a dual kind, so you can slice your eggs into quarters, like 6 quarters, or you can like slice it into actual regular slices. So you see the slice there, and then there's another one there. And we use this all the time when Nick makes his egg sandwiches, because Nick does love egg sandwiches. They are not like mashed egg, like an egg salad sandwich. That's not how he eats his egg sandwich. His eggs need to be boiled, sliced with that, and placed in his sandwich with a slice of cheese on top.
Yum.
Yes, that is Nick. He's a very special person. We love him to pieces.
I've had it like
I had
since
never,
was a kid.
since he was a kid, I had never seen that before.
I love it.
But no, and hey, no, hey, to each their own. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So now, what I'm going to do before I even add the chicken on, but you can add the chicken too if we really want to. I'm going to make 2 dressings because Nick. Do you want to? You know what? Why don't I just use the Caesar in the fridge for tonight? I think that'll just be easier because I use oil and vinegar on mine. So when I don't have my homemade Caesar yogurt Caesar dressing on hand, this is the one we found. It's 50 calories and it's a yogurt dressing as well. It's really, really good. We can't get enough of it.
They have a lot of.
They have other dressings as well that aren't just Caesar. There's a ranch. There's a creamy dill, I think, as well.
And there's country club.
I don't know if there's a country club. There's a vinaigrette also. So
you just answered that.
Yeah, I did it on purpose because I knew what you were being. He was being
me.
Annoying.
I'm not annoying.
Constantly annoying.
I'm not annoying. You're annoying.
I am. I definitely am. So why am I going to get rid of sunflower seeds and cranberries? I like them. The brand of the dressing, I apologize, I didn't say it out loud, it's on the counter still. I thought I put it away. It's spelled Kiihne. So Kine is what I want to say. So it's K.
And when you go to the grocery, like we buy it at Farm Boy, it's also available at Loblaws. We see them there as well. But at Farm Boy, they have like a whole section of them. They have ranch. They have like a whole different like that. And I love it because it's cool.
It's German.
It's from Germany.
It's made in Germany. Yeah, it's made in Germany. So I'm just adding some of those to that. I might as well finish it. It's just so little.
You're getting a mountain.
I always have a mountain when I make this because I love the like I did put a lot of slaw in there. I didn't realize it until afterwards. I do climb every mountain. So what I'm gonna add to mine, I just want to get over here. So are you done in there? Okay. So what I add to mine, the first thing I'm gonna add is a honey vinegar that I have. It's an apple cider honey vinegar. You could use any apple cider vinegar. If you don't like apple cider vinegar, just use vinegar. Like if you don't use vinegar, don't use it at all, or use your favorite dressing. But I like doing some apple cider vinegar. And I measure with my heart when it comes to my dressing.
Hit my heart. I want some of this in mine.
What's that?
Putting Parmesan cheese.
Oh, I can use some Parmesan in mine.
I like cheese.
Next thing I'm going to do is add some white wine vinegar. Just add a little bit of that. About 2 tablespoons, I would say.
It wasn't working that well. It was giving me like 2 pieces of cheese. I need a little more cheese than that.
And I know this is weird, but this is what I do in order to add a little bit of sweetness. A drizzle of maple syrup. And you could make this dressing and create a side dressing. This is how I do mine because you know what? I don't like making a lot of dressing because Nick never eats it. And I don't like having something in the fridge, especially like a homemade dressing that I'm going to want something different the next day. And
my dressing already on mine?
No. I have not put that on.
Chicken.
Yeah. Oh, don't put it all. That wasn't all for tonight, right?
I know.
Okay, just making sure because we need some. I want some for tomorrow. I was like, we don't with everything else we're having on there. No, you can. That's fine.
I think I don't want that much.
Yeah, because we have.
Add your mountain.
We have protein. We have a lot in there. So I'll let you add to that. You want me to just dress it for you?
Yes, please.
So I'm going to put a drizzle. Do you want sriracha on there too?
Of course.
So there.
Do I breathe?
You do. Do you want sriracha or do you want chili paste?
Both.
Ah. Do you want to break our light fixtures?
Voila!
Oh my God, hun, we can like have like dance, techno dance parties. Okay, these are really cool, everybody. I don't know if you've seen them before. They're magnetic lights. Like if you want lights underneath your counter, I have lights everywhere underneath, and they're battery operated magnetic lights.
Lighting.
I love lighting. So at night, they actually turn on when they're on auto. They'll turn on when we walk by. I love them. And what I did, I was tired of going into my spice cabinet at night if I needed to and not see anything. So I just put one in the spice cabinet. So when it opens, it turns off automatically and it turns back on. I just need to charge it. What do you, lid? Lid. Close that. You want some salt? You want sriracha?
I do.
So put a bit of sriracha on there for him. Do you want the other one too, you said?
Yes. The one that's in the fridge. The one I had for lunch the other day.
Oh, the one from the restaurant?
Yeah.
There's one thing that we missed from when we lived in Brampton.
You also have this, huh? You have like this?
Oh, Greek. I can add that to there. If I need it, I'll add it. If I need it, I'll add it. I'll mix it first and I'll try it.
Chilies. Look at this.
Our Guyanese neighbors, right? They were Guyanese, if I'm not mistaken.
And yes, the whole thing's going on there.
They used to bring us this like chili sauce that they would make from Guyanese chilies. Oh my God, it was so good. It was spicy though, like extremely spicy. So there you go. Here, you want to grab your bowl?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
I did already. I already salted yours.
So there we go.
Quinoa bowl.
That's it. And see how colorful that is?
It's fun to eat.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is it has multiple flavors in there.
A photo of it.
Yeah. It has multiple flavors in there. So you're not just getting, one flavor. I mean, even look at Nick for being a picky person. It's still pretty colorful. Like he was still able to get out a lot of things. So think of the veggies you like. Think of the veggies you cook all week. Make a little bit extra and then boom, make yourself a quinoa bowl at the end of the week with all of that. Because all of the different flavors that you made, the combinations could be endless.
When you guys see the photos later, you'll be like, that's where you took that photo. You remember where I took that photo. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So
I'm hungry
for tonight in terms of what we're cooking.
Yeah.
We are going to give you guys an update on things that are happening for Kickstart. So we are still doing our commitments every day.
We are
missing some, as you can see, there's some X's. So we're being very honest.
Oh yeah.
I already know some of my commitments I'm going to change because some of them I just don't feel they're helping my journey. So most likely in the next few weeks I might change some of them.
I'm going to adapt a few as well.
I've also started working on the next Kickstart or the Kickstand book. It's long.
It's very long.
There's a lot of days. So once it's done, I'll have it on Amazon or PDF version for you guys. And I'm already working on all the programming for the summer. And so, like we said the other day, Kickstart is no longer just 6 weeks. Now it's a 6 weeks focused program. And then for the rest of the time, we're still here for support and fun activities for the rest of the summer.
Those lights, just to let you know, Haley, Amazon, they're on our shop. They're in our shop, actually. You can find them in our shop on Amazon.
Jean-Luc.com/Amazon. Those lights are on our shop, as well as the oil spray that Jean-Luc uses. Any of the stuff that we buy on Amazon that we love, we put it on there.
You know what we just found out about this week? Our lovely Jen from Rustic Mama on Mother's Day.
We do have the bowls on Amazon.
Yes, the bowls are on Amazon too. Our lovely Jen was not sure what she was going to get for Mother's Day, and she sent us a video. She got a sourdough bread slicer that doesn't destroy your sourdough bread.
Yeah, but you figured it out today.
I know, I figured it out. But still, hers is really cool. You put the bread in and you turn it and it just slices perfectly. I was like, oh my God, one day I might have a sourdough bread slicer.
A few more announcements. So, so the dashboard will continue to be updating. Things will run all summer. So if you guys were worried about losing your commitments or losing the momentum this time, it's not going to happen. We're continuing all summer. We also don't want to lose momentum. So we're taking this Kickstart in a slower fashion than our last ones, where we're not We're not jumping in full force right now.
We're making it realistic.
We're taking
We're
time.
making it realistic.
And it's one of the reasons why we're also been canceling step a little bit. Tomorrow morning, we want to get up because we have one class tomorrow morning. So, Lynn, call us tomorrow, please.
Yeah.
Please, just call us. Wake us up, please.
Although, I will say this. I was up this morning at 5:45, but
I was not.
if I would have gotten up, I would have been fine, but I did not. I stayed in bed. So next time, I just have to convince myself, get out of bed. Get out of bed. For those,
and I'm very easy to convince to say no.
Yeah.
Oh, we should stay in bed, hun. like I don't even fight it. I am literally the devil always on his shoulder every morning going, you should stay in bed.
well, I used to be the one that get us up at 4:30.
I know, I missed that. I missed
And
that.
I haven't been able to right now. I just haven't. I guess
It was
I've
one
needed
of
to
his
sleep.
skills.
It was.
Because when we were
But
losing weight, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And you could.
As far as the small bowls, Marianne, those small bowls
Part of a set.
are part of a huge set on
Yeah.
Amazon. So they come with the purple
They
ones that
come-
I showed
They
you.
come with all these. Like, they come with a bunch of bowls and a different. So we have the reason we have so many is because we bought so many
We
sets.
bought because we like different. I wanted the same size of multiple bowls. I know I'm weird like that. Just because if I have something in one bowl and I want the same size, I hate not having that bowl in that same size.
You see by my look on my face.
Well, it's just like look at even this. Like this bowl here is way too big for a snack bowl. Way too big for a snack bowl. There's a smaller one that is a perfect size for popcorn. Fine. No, the other one.
This is your popcorn one.
Right here. No, it's so not true.
Okay, I'll get the right one. I'll get the right one.
He's being an
Okay,
ass
get the
right
right
now.
one.
This is not my popcorn bowl.
This is his popcorn bowl.
This is not my popcorn bowl.
That's wrong. Okay, hold on.
There's nothing bigger. That's technically not bigger. It's the same size.
Is this your popcorn bowl?
It's the same size.
And everybody, I said corn like 8 times. I don't see any water going up right now.
Because you said corn wasn't the word.
It's back. All of it's back.
It's back.
I said it, right? See, Lynn's going like this. He says I don't listen to him.
What were you saying?
See what I mean?
So this is the size popcorn bowl. This is too big, I find, because you know what? You end up putting more. So we have a smaller bowl than this, and then the white bowls are the smallest bowl, which is my ice cream bowl.
This is the red bowl, the biggest.
Yeah.
And then we have the purple bowls.
That one was washed with clean up. Yeah. So, yeah, we have a lot of dishes. We use a lot of dishes, even just for the two of us. But we use a lot of dishes, and that's why we like having the dishwasher because it cleans it for us. Or Nick. That's what I was talking about. Our dishwasher.
But we have one too. It's currently running. It was delayed today. We should have ran earlier, but we forgot. On that note, thanks for joining us tonight. A few more announcements. So if you are in the Toronto area and you want to come on a Toronto brunch cruise, we're doing that on July 19th. Tickets are all sold out, but if you want to get some, please let us know as soon as possible because we can add more seats.
We will try our best to add them.
Yeah, eventually they'll be running out, so please let us know. If you are in Ontario and you are around on July 26th, we are going to be doing a St. Jacobs event. So what we'll be doing is we'll be meeting at St. Jacobs in the morning, enjoying the market, getting some fresh vegetables,
going to lunch,
some baked goods.
Oh yeah, we're gonna walk through the market,
and then we're gonna have lunch, and then go our separate ways. So that's happening as well on July 26th. Look for an announcement for that with a link to sign up soon.
And then in July as well, July 19th, is it 12th? July 12th is the Pedal Pub in Windsor. We currently are up to
4 spots.
We have 4 spots left. So there's 8 people already interested. We don't have any details on that yet because we're waiting to see if we can fill up those 4 spots first because we like to get the pub for ourselves.
Yeah, we
don't want to be greedy. We don't want to share you guys with anybody. No, just joking. We will. We'll meet. We're okay with meeting new people.
And then on May 24th, we are doing the Pink Ribbon Walk at Uxbridge. So if you want to join us for a walk, sign up on our website by going to jeanlucandnick.com/pink-ribbon-walk. You can also join us on June 7th. We'll be walking the Shoppers Drug Mart
Run for Women
here in Toronto. So you can also join that as well. We're doing stuff all summer, so you're gonna
just an FY, and then we're gonna do lunch after. But then Nick and I and Mom are running to a show. We're going to see Clue, the play in Toronto on that day. The murder mystery play. Yeah, it's playing in Toronto. I can't wait. It's like one of my favorite movies.
So on that note, thanks so much for joining us, everybody. We'll see you
around Zoom
morning for Step, and if not, if we don't see you tomorrow morning, we'll see you on Sunday at 7. This Sunday show is about boundaries, setting boundaries. So saying no sometimes.
I'm setting my boundary. I'm putting it in the bowl that I'm going to eat it out of now. I want my
You're gonna
dressing.
wait till we shut down the feed.
I was honest. I'm honest. I wanted to mix it all in. I like it mixed.
Mix it all in.
Mix it all in. Mix it all in. That's funny.
On that note, thanks everybody. See you later.
I'm taking a bite. I'm hungry.